Grand Rising. Welcome to Healing Hype Man. This is going to be a little intro video to your September reading. Three things I'm going to focus on is the Pisces full moon that takes place on the 20th, Mercury retrograde, which is on the 26th of September, and then I'm also going to do messages from the universe, messages from spirit. I kind of want to go over the Pisces full moon first, and then the Mercury retrograde, and then we'll kind of get into your cards. If you don't care for what I have to say, then you can certainly skip ahead to the card portion of it as well. If you're watching this on Instagram, you're only going to see up to 15 minutes. So link is in my bio so that you can see the full video on YouTube. And yeah, let's get right into it. I kind of just want to get straight to the point. I don't want to be as chatty because I don't want it to be as long, but I want to give you as much information as I can and as many messages as possible. You know, take what resonates and let the rest flow. Let's begin. So full moon in Pisces, right? So Pisces being a water element, so we're definitely going to have a big emphasis on our feelings here. It's a mutable sign, so it's all about adapting. And Pisces is a 12th house, so it's a lot about mystical energy, magical energy in some senses, right? Things that are unseen, things happening in the unknown, and you know that's a massive trust that you have, realizing that there's a lot of things going on in the realm of the unknown that you're not aware of. Really diving into your gifts and being your intuition, connecting with your guides and angels, and just kind of connecting to source in general. Heavy with the dream aspect, lots of dreams coming to life. If you have a dream journal, I highly suggest you start one if you don't have one, and kind of tapping into that understanding what your subconscious and your dreams are trying to tell you. The 12th house is connected to our dreams and our subconscious. Like I just said, it's connecting to things that are not necessarily spoken all the time, but they are there in the unknown, right? Things you should focus on. Looking at the lessons learned from Aries season, from the Aries full moon through now. So it's Pisces, which is the last sign in the zodiac. So it's really taking a look at everything that has gone on since the first full moon. And the moon's going like 6-month cycles, so it's been a while. The endings of things, the closure that you're probably going to gain. It's the bridge into balancing spirituality and practicality, right? Think of it as the bridge that is balancing your spiritual self into your everyday, day-to-day life, right? Because we are in Virgo season, which is your day-to-day, how you analyze your day-to-day activity, right? And they're opposites from each other on the natal chart. So balancing spirituality with our practical life, Virgo energy, practical day-to-day, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, our normal routines, right? Emphasis on tapping into your gifts so that you can balance practicality and spirituality, full moon in Pisces. I always wondered where I got that because I say it a lot and I got it from this Moonology deck. Balance spirituality and practicality. Other transits to focus on that are taking place here with Mars in Libra, right? Libra being balance, Mars being anger, right? There might be difficult triggers that might come up. You know, Mars is force. Libra, it's all about balance. So focus, pay attention to that as well. Other Moon is conjuncting Neptune. Neptune lives in Pisces as well. So this is like a double dose of Pisces energy. So really heavy on our dreams and our inner needs and our emotions. A lot of emotions are going to be coming through. A lot of sensing of our emotions are going to be coming through. Right? A lot of nerves. I'm actually a little nervous right now, to put it in that sense, to do this, right, to this reading. So it's just nerves and doubting ourselves, right? Sensitivity is going to be very high during this time. We can easily be manipulated by others unconsciously, right? They don't even realize that they're doing it, but they're doing it in to gain some sense of control over you without even realizing it unconsciously. So be cautious of that, right? Tap into your intuition to avoid things like that. Don't buy into fake illusions, right? This is the opportunity for you to realize what's real and what's fake, what's reality and what's fantasy, the moon card, right? Confusion in your emotions, but this is a time to utilize your intuition in order to gain perspective on what's actually going on. Now let's talk about Mercury retrograde. Mercury is partnerships. Mercury is the mind as well. The mind, how we speak, how we communicate, and it's in Mercury retrograde is taking place in Libra. Okay, that is why I definitely put partnerships and relationships. So this Mercury retrograde is going to focus on your relationships and partnerships. Libra is balance, union, right? Balancing the scales. Now, retrograde, things from the past, right? So things from the past might come up. That's why I spoke a lot about closure. There might be huge emphasis on things, looking for closure and gaining closure, or coming to the forefront from years ago that you didn't even realize you need closure. You don't need the closure, right? You might have already done the work, but it's going to come in some form of way. A big desire to please people, tuning into other people and their views, right? That's like the confused, like double-sided Pisces energy, like, you know, like you need other people's opinions. That's also the Libra energy, like indecisive, undecisive, passive-aggressive energy. That's the Libra aspect. And Mercury being in that sense, you're going to look for other people's views and values before your own, right? Make sure to look at your personal views first. And then, oh my gosh, we also have Mars in Libra, right? There's a big sense of anger, out of balance, right? Be harmonious when it comes to things. So a lot of things in Libra. Mars being in Libra, with Mercury retrograde, there's going to be a little bit of an anger aspect there. So pay attention to that. Things from the past that we put aside will come up, right? That's things that you probably don't even want to address, but now is the time to address them. And the ultimate focal point here is, are you being clear? Are you sacrificing the right things for your partnerships? Look at your values, your belief systems. Are you sacrificing the right things, or are you just trying to people please? You'll kind of know how that works best for you. For each person, it might be different. And then lastly, I'm going to pull a messages from Spirit from the spellcasting deck, and I'll kind of go deep into what the book has to say for that message. Be sure to check your sun, moon, and rising signs. I would do that since there's a lot of messages that can come through, and I'm pulling cards on each topic, so it might be different for each sign. So I would suggest looking at your sun, moon, rising, and then we can take it from there. And let's get into the cards, right? Aquarius, welcome to your September messages. We're going to talk about full moon and Pisces message for you, Mercury retrograde message for you, and then overall general message from the universe. Now, this Pisces full moon energy, very magical, intuitive, tapping into our emotions, things things that are going on behind the scenes, tapping into our dreams. The message for you is expect powerful change. And seeing the rest of the cards, success, freedom, and prosperity from the other lines, you definitely are seeing some massive change for you here, Aquarius. I think there's so much success and freedom and prosperity, like you can't get any better than that. Expect powerful change, right? We're tapping into our intuition. We are listening to our dreams, right? Maybe talking to our guides and just kind of like, you know, God, talking to whoever it is, your higher power, to kind of guide you in the right directions. We're feeling things out. It's definitely a magical moment, right? Then the sense of magic is like things that are going on behind the scenes that you don't even realize, right? People, places, things, you know, you're booking a trip and someone else is booking a trip, and when you meet there, like that's things happening behind the scenes. Right? Things like that, like, oh, you booked a doctor's appointment, someone else booked a doctor's appointment, and you met that person there, and that's your life partner. Those are the things that are happening behind the scenes that you don't realize. That's the magic. That's the universe working with you. Let's go ahead and take a look what we got here. Queen of Wands, seeing the bigger picture in something. The Magician, magic working with you and for you. The Empress, wow, this is high vibe here. Page of Cups. Okay. Aquarius, so we're seeing the bigger picture. There's a bigger picture to things that you might not even see right now, but expect something powerful, and it's a big picture thing. It's a big idea. It's a big deal. Like it's going to bring you joy. You're going to need courage in order to do so, and you are prepared. You're prepared for it. You are very prepared, especially with the Empress. You're on a pedestal. Yahuwah's on a pedestal over here. You are vibing very, very high. You are more than prepared than you think. You are leading this by example, and there is a lot of things that are coming your way, and it is coming from a place of like love and emotion, and maybe there needs to be a little bit more love and appreciation for it, a little bit more compassion about it, right? When it comes in, don't be careful not to be. This is heavy air energy, Gemini and Libra, which all I get is like ego and like stank bitch face, like, I got it like that. Like, no, how did you get it? How did you get it? You did a lot of damn hard work to get it. So be proud of yourself. Be joyful about it. And the universe is working with you, having faith and spirituality that yeah, you did all these achievements, but what got you there? Take a step back and look at that. Like, oh my God, I did things with love and light. I kind of wanted to grab things, like you want to grab the cup and then you want to fill the cup up. Like, that was your intention. Fill my cup up. I want to be happy, and the powerful change is coming towards you. Now, Mercury retrograde, things might come up from the past. It's also in the sign of Libra, so it's emphasis on balance and union, and it's going to correlate to relationships and partnerships. We're seeing success and freedom here. Some of you, I know that there is no greater goal than to love. Wow. Freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. Some of you here, success and freedom, you could be parting ways from somebody, Aquarius. You could be, your freedom is now yours. But for some, love might be coming your way, and the freedom you gain from meeting a certain person might give you the willpower to possess the power that you have, realize that you can create whatever it is that you want, right? You might meet someone that's going to like give you that spark, that idea to success, or to the understanding of what freedom feels like and how you have the capability to do that. Like, you did all that work there. The Moon, Queen of Swords, confused. There might be some confusion here, but it's confusion that's going to make things a little bit more clearer. The Lovers. Oh, definitely a relationship going on here. Some of you could have been confused about a relationship, and now it's pretty clear that you want your freedom. That's for some. And some of you might be, yeah, you'll end up single. Single lady, 9 of Pentacles, but your foundation is solid. It's pretty clear. Some of you really might be dealing with somebody here that is confusing you, and you really can't speak your truth, but you will understand the success that you have, that you're capable of doing, especially when it comes to partnerships here. Now, this Moon, this is also saying there might be some confusion, so make sure you are speaking clearly about what it is that your intentions are, right? And she has a secret here, so be cautious with the secrets that you're holding, right? Because you are a stable person, you are a stable being, but just make sure you're being clear and concise, and nothing seems confusing. If it seems confusing, then there's some secrets being held here. Take a look at your relationships, and 1, make sure that you're being clear, right? And 2, make sure that you are stable, that you are comfortable, and you feel grounded, and you feel secure here. And at the same time, hold your beliefs. Like, no, I stick to what I stick to. I don't want anyone just kind of fucking up my vibe. And that's the freedom. Then speak that freedom. If that's what you want, don't tie yourself down to something that is confusing. The Moon. Don't tie yourself down to something that can seem confusing. Some of you very well could just be better off single and hanging out with friends. Just saying. And with the freedom card here, like freedom, single lady, and friends. That might be the best type of partnerships you can have at the moment. Until the timeline shifts, of course, right? And something else comes up. Because you're focused on prosperity. Message from the universe. Prosperity is also correlated with abundance and financial gains, right? But that's something that is added to our life, not needed for our life, right? Right, Aquarius? Money does not buy happiness. It only buys freedom. And it comes with a lot of rules and things you can and cannot do. 9 of Swords, Page of Wands, Chariot, 3 of Pentacles. Okay, prosperity is being built here. It's being built from a space of worry. But you kind of are understanding what how much prosperity, maybe you're understanding the concept of money in your life that has brought you worry, right? So you're like, okay, there's something here I need to like look at. Some of you could be exploring different ways to be prosperous, to gain financial income, and you're actually moving forward on it, and you're working on building your prosperity and your financial gains here, right? This is and the reason I say you're working on it because these are very beginner mind cards, right? But it came from a place of worry, right? So okay, I'm worried about this. So now you're taking action, Cancer the Chariot card, to move forward on whatever plans that you want to explore and plans to put in place so that you make sure that you are financially stable and secure. That you're heading in that direction. That's the vibe I get here. That's the message from the universe here. Right? Everything else, change is coming, and freedom is yours, coming from a place of confusion, especially when it comes to relationships. Some of you could be confused about what you want in a relationship. That might be something that you need to focus on understanding, clearing that out, not keeping any secrets so that you can understand what it is you really want in a relationship. And at the same time, you're also working on building your financial roots, blueprints. Some of you could already have these in place, absolutely. You're just enhancing it, or maybe taking a step back to revisit, to relook at something you might want to expand on. Messages from the fallback deck. Courage. Fear is natural. It invites us to be brave. Accept and face what scares you. It's true growth here. True growth. You want the change to come in? Accept what scares you. There's no growth in comfort. If you're comfortable, that's great. If you want to grow, you're prepared. The Magician's here. You're more than prepared to face what challenges you. You're good. And yeah, you're good. Aquarius, my name is Alvin Catalan. I'm present and I'm done speaking now.